Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and let's do our playthrough of Super Skullgirls RPG. Oh shoot! I totally forgot. I actually did not let you guys spawn exactly in the place that you should be spawning, which is here. Phew! Thank goodness I caught that one early. Okay.
Skullgirls RPG, the final battle.
Ah. Let's do this. So, we're not going to completely go into all the dialogue. I think that's for you guys who play the demo to enjoy. But I will allow you guys to read it. So I'm not going to read over it. But I will give some, some commentary on what happens. So for the chapters, I actually kind of wanted to do kind of a chapter system, and I need to add more chapters into the game, like chapter titles and stuff, into the game, kind of like a Paper Mario thing. Now, Paper Mario chapters. Now, Canopy Peach, that was actually, I think that might have been somebody who suggested that title into the game, or that might have just been me. I can't really remember. I think it was me that put the name Canopy Beach in there. Now, starting into the beach thing, honestly, there's not too much dialogue, and this dialogue was actually shaved down a lot, thanks to people like David Higger, who actually shaved down the dialogue and did some spelling corrections, which is nice. Now, I'm not the best at dialogue. This is all just basic dialogue and blah 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 blah, and some story elements here. But the thing is, a lot of this is just basic dialogue. Getting a writer or somebody that enjoys dialogue and grammar corrections and just enjoys the game and wants to write for it, that's definitely something that I would love to get. Is somebody that could definitely help me out with some dialogue. Now, this allows you to check up on yourself. Now, we're actually just going to look at the menu right here. You can actually change, there's actually 4 empty slots next to Philia, so you can actually have 5 people at your party at the same time. But don't worry, you can have more people in your team. So, to get out of this, you just press your exit command and you're out. Your exit key. Now, if you're wondering, we just earned an achievement. Yeah, that's a new thing. We can now earn achievements. That is the journey of one, and if we actually click our exit key again, we can go down to achievements. The journey of 1,000 miles. The journey begins with a single step. Good luck. And as we see, there's one other achievement over here with 100 steps. There's a couple one with playtime. A couple of one with time save, chest open, fights. So let's go in here, as the beach will continue repeating. And yes, here's a new thing, is our ambient lighting effects. We're actually going to exit here and show that yes, it doesn't just stay in one place. It does just stay in one place, so there isn't a graphical glitch or anything like that. Our ambient lighting effects is great. Alright, so let's do our first fight. Now, we actually are using the basic character thing for Skullgirls Blood. This is absolutely fine for me. I mean, honestly, it looks good enough, and I don't want to put pressure on any artist that's helping out with the game for this game. So yes, they actually have their own little winning quips. Now, not every character has their perfect winning level up quips and item quips. They don't all have their own quips here. That's something that I would love to get a community thing on, what these characters should say when they win a fight, when they level up, and when they look at their, the items that they earned. And we just unlocked another achievement, the first fight. Which is great. I mean, honestly, it's a really cool achievement system that we just added today. So that's really cool. That And it took a lot of learning. It took a lot of learning in the code. Now that's something in the dialogue that I forgot to fix, is that question mark. It's a little bit off screen, but it isn't too bad. Now, you'll actually see a couple of face sheets, mainly with misfortune, that look bad. Those were donated to the game, and it really wasn't edited properly. So it's not going to look as well as the other ones that me and a couple other people did, like these that look good. You will see what I mean in a few. It doesn't even have the same style. And we just unlocked another achievement for our first 5 minutes in the game. It doesn't actually have the same style as these face sprites for like Philia. As you see, it actually goes up from the torso. It actually just comes to the head with Misfortune. Now, of course, we're going to be switching that into the proper one. So, let's see, what do we want? I want to wish for my memories back. Nothing. And as you see, the ambient lighting effects actually affect the text as well, so it's kind of cool for your choices here. Looks nice. So, let's go for nothing. Let's not tell Samson anything what we want from the Skullgirl. Okay, it looks like he's not taking a no for an answer. Let's say, yeah, sure, I want to wish for my memories back. It looks like Samson kind of has a... Looks like he's a little bit too eager to fight the Skullgirl, but hey, who knows? Maybe that'll come up in the story. So yeah, there we go, our first fight. It seems like we should save about now. So let's give it a good save. Oh, it looks like we just unlocked an achievement, and this achievement actually gave us a reward. Now, this reward that the achievement just gave us is actually a headgear reward, which is a sleeping cap. A nice, comfortable sleeping cap. Apparently, nobody wants to wake a sleepwalker. Now, what this does is it actually cuts your encounter rate by half. So it's actually really nice if you just want to explore a place and you don't want to encounter anybody. And we just opened up our first chest where we found a beer for Samson. And we unlocked another achievement called Adventure Ho. Because come on, what is an adventure without finding, more stuff? And it looks like we're going to run into another Skullgirls blood. So if you actually see at the bottom, we actually have our Skull Power, which is this game's equivalent to mana. We have our meter, which you build up by fighting, getting hit, a bunch of other things. So you have meter, we have Skull Power. It's going to be a pretty good thing. Now we just unlocked another achievement called Long Strolls. So far, I think we've unlocked every single achievement here. We've unlocked 6 out of 6. Now, I am going to be putting an extremely hard achievement to get, which is an achievement that gets you a Theonite bar. Now, a Theonite bar is an extremely rare item that you can only get by defeating Skullgirls-related enemies. Skeletons, Skullgirls blood, things like that. That you can only get by defeating them, and it's 1 in 1,000 chance to get it, but it's insanely worth it. So how much money do we have right now? And let's switch our equipment. We want something better than a sleeping cap. Let's see, we got, oh, a weapon here. This weapon is hairspray. Using this on a hair parasite might make it feel like iron, but it won't be as fast. I'm sure that we need more defense right now. Alright, so how much money do we have right now? We have about 2 bones. Okay, maybe we can take our... Oh, 10. Alright then, so we needed 10 bones. Maybe if we just talk around here. So it seems like this girl wants her dad to go back to the shop. Let's see what he has to say. No one even comes to the shop? Okay. Oh man, this person's kind of taking advantage of some of the people that might be running away from the Skullgirl. That's interesting. Sure, I would buy stuff from your dad. Looks like she wants to talk to us. Wow. Whoa. Huh. Yeah, Philia definitely did say it right there. I mean, jeez. Giving us money just to get him to skedaddle? With the money that we just gained, I don't think we need to use it on an inn right now. We could definitely use it. We could definitely use our beer for Samson to heal us back. So let's keep running away. Now, if you want to run, you hold down the shift key. This is a character that I will be deleting out. Trust me, you don't want him in there. So let's see what he's got. Weapons. We got sports tape. Boom, can never have enough for your fists, legs, hairs, boomerang, and shoes. Huh, I wonder what that's a reference to. Now let's get out of here. I don't think we need anything. Alright, I just came up here for a better vantage point, but it seems like there's a gravestone and it's telling me to go there. Interesting. You can just read it then, huh? Well, that's kind of rude, but geez. Oh, hey! Squiggly's gravestone. Cool. I mean, you know, honestly, what I tried to do here is I actually tried to recreate the mountain that Philia, like, buries Squiggly again after Squiggly's story mode ending. I wanted to try and recreate that cliff for this encounter, where you fight Squiggly. Now we have a big old dialogue here between Squiggly, Samson, Leviathan, Philia. Just a ton of dialogue here. Just a ton of dialogue here, and I almost want to skip a little bit of it, but I do want to give a little bit of reading towards some of the people that do want to read some of the dialogue. Alright. You've gone too far, Samson. Man, I cannot do that Leviathan impression right now. and I'm the one that voiced Leviathan Skulldate. Really well impression as well, but I do need to, that thing is out of practice for a long time. Also, I'm chewing gum, which might be something of a detriment. So, right now, you know, we're gonna have a good battle against her. So we're gonna have a good battle, but the thing is, that beer for Samson, well, it kinda got us a little bit tipsy, so yeah, our agility is a little bit down, but we're definitely faster than a corpse here. Our agility's down, but we are definitely faster than a corpse here, so I'm sure that we can win. Holy moly, she's taking out a ton of damage now. Hopefully our snapback can stun. Yes, there we go, we killed. Whew, that was too close for comfort. And we leveled up. Awesome. We just gained a new skill called push blocking. Now, push blocking, a great skill, because we're going to be able to block while gaining agility at the same time. Now, that was how I actually put in push blocking, is to gain agility while blocking. So it's a nice little way of incorporating that. I need to fix that dialogue there. So that's two things of dialogue that I will need to fix, but he basically just says, I shan't. Okay. So that's two things of dialogue that I will be fixing with those, which is fine. But yes, we do actually have a ton of dialogue in this game, which is good. I mean, it is an RPG. It does need the dialogue. Whew, man. Bunch of, the thing is, Act 1, it's gonna have a lot of, introductory dialogue. You gotta be introduced to the world, and, you know, even if it's not, you gotta make it so then it's acting like if you've never played a Skullgirls game before. You gotta be introduced to the world just a little tiny bit. Alright. So, that's how you get Squiggly into your party. And as you see, Black Cat Luck, I think you can guess who's next. Now, Squiggly's sprite, it didn't used to be a really darn bad sprite in the game, but this Squiggly sprite does look fairly better. Now, if you want, there is a little thing that you can do in the game. All you have to do is just go to your formation, and you can change Squiggly and their formation. So if you want to really control Squiggly, if that's something that you really want to do, you can do that. Squiggly can be your main party leader if that's what you wish. But we're gonna sleep here. Alright, so now if you really want to know where that music came from, as it's not in Skullgirls or anything like that, that was made by the voice of Beowulf himself, Nightfire, who decided to help out, you know, Super Skullgirls RPG because he wants to help out with some sort of fan game, but he wants to make sure that that fan game doesn't die like the anti-fan game. Now with the Unknown Forest, I'm still thinking of a good theme for the Unknown Forest. I'm thinking of a good like music for it, but I haven't found anything for it yet. Now we're actually going to go search, we're trying to open some chests here. Let's see what we can't do. We just found 20 bones. Are we still wearing the sleeping cap? Yes we are, so we're encountering a lot less than what we normally would if you don't wear that sleeping cap. Now, this is a custom enemy art. Now, the enemy art is kind of made out to be kind of like the Final Fantasy old games where the enemies used to be pretty darn huge and they also had a static image. So it's kind of like those classic Super Nintendo RPGs. 3 beers for Samson. That could help. Yeah, we're going to take off the sleeping cap. I want to make sure that we can kind of, we're going to be able to, you know, have a good amount of levels on us. Okay, now this guy was actually made from one of the people that actually won the Hellboy's Funky Arena, and he decided that he wanted to give out his own personal, like, item to the game. Now this item is extremely good, but it only comes out once. There's only one in existence in the whole entire game. It's extremely good, so you really do need to know exactly where you're going to be using this item. And we just found sandals, so that's going to help us out a lot. So let's put sandals on Philia. So we just got sandals. Now there's a lot of really good stuff here. Yes, the town art Zeophal is, it's really out there. It's countryside. It's not neo-noir. Now, neo-noir, don't worry. You just start in the countryside. Don't worry, we're going to get to neo-noir. This is just, you start out in the countryside and you got to make it to New Meridian. You know what I mean? You got to make it to these places. If you go on the train thing, there are a bunch of countrysides with these types of houses. So, it's not too far out of the realm. Alright, so now we're in Little Innsmouth Lower. And Squiggly just suggested that we should get to a higher vantage point to scout out the area. Now, there used to be just Little Innsmouth, and it used to just be the upper floor, and I thought that looked pretty darn bad, so I made Little Innsmouth Lower to make it look a lot better. And yes, you can get in fights, and these are the placeholders for the Medici mob. Those are placeholders. Don't worry, we are getting an actual Medici mob, you know, characters in the game. We are actually getting some enemy art for those guys. So don't worry, it's not permanent. So the higher levels of Little Innsmouth have many nice restaurants. Oh, I gotta switch that. While the lower levels have a nice convenience store. Okay. And I will need to switch her dialogue up. I think somebody wanted to write that dialogue for me. Now let's see, we're gonna buy more. Every single shop usually gives you more stuff, so let's buy a shower cap, maybe 2 shower caps, an extra sandal for Squiggly, and let's see, a 20 microphone, and maybe a couple beers for Samson. Let's just one. I only can afford one, really. So let's go over, let's equip Squiggly with those things. 20 microphone, it's going to help out with her attack and magic attack, but it's going to lower her defense a bit. Now, let's put on some socks, and I'm not going to put on any headgear as of right now. So let's go to Little Innsmouth High, and now we're in the higher level of Little Innsmouth. As you see, it's kind of cornered by a couple people. I wonder who they are. And I still need to fix that. That's a face that used to be the placeholder Minette, which will be fixed by the time I release the demo tonight. Hey, you, buzz off. Not my problem. Okay, see ya. Nah, I'm kidding. Let's go. Help the girl. Alright, let's go for some snapbacks here. Now, snapbacks have a 25% chance to stun, so it's an extremely good move, but it does cost 20 meter. So you gotta make sure that you know when exactly you want to use these snapbacks. So I'm gonna use a snapback on the higher health Mitichi goon. Just so then in case if I stun him, we still have him, we can kill off the other one. Alright, so Philia just leveled up again to level 3, and we just got 15 bones, so that's great. And as you see, this art is actually not in the Skullgirls game. This is not ripped from anything. This is custom made art for this game only. This is made by our artist named Crux. Now, she is a great artist. I would definitely suggest checking out her blog and a bunch of other things. She's a great artist, and I'm very happy that she's helping out with the game. But yeah, no, her art just looks amazing here. And yes, I know a lot of people are going to say, man, Minette looks cute. I gotta admit, and especially this image right here, it definitely looks extremely cute. But yeah, no, the freaking custom art by Crux, it looks great. I'm loving it. Man, she, just imagine her speaking extremely fast here. Extremely worried. Alright. Now, there's something that I'm almost thinking about doing is making Minette, I'm thinking about incorporating something like, summons in the game. Summons would be something like, let's say you're using Misfortune and you're just like, oh hey, I'm gonna use, and all these things are just for secret stuff. So let's imagine you're using Misfortune and you use a move called delivery, like delivery food, or you know, food delivery, something like that, you know? I was just looking for the bathroom, I don't need to help out. So, like food delivery, it will have like Minette run into the stage and randomly heal people on your party. He'll randomly heal 3 people in your party. You know, I think that'll be a pretty darn cool thing for a summon. And that would allow more characters that aren't playable to have a little bit more of a role in the game. Let's see here. Let's use some ringlet spikes because that Minette really helped us out with healing us. Now here's a cool feature here. There's a cool little feature called Party. You can actually access your party in the middle of a match. So then if you have people on your team where you're like, oh well, Philia's way too high leveled, you can actually take Philia out of the party, or you can take, or you can start adding in people. It's called a tag mechanic that I added into the game. It looks really nice and it's a really cool stuff. Yeah, Magma was the remapper. I don't think he originally mapped anything out, but he added in some touches into the maps, like he added in graffiti or street lights. Now let's see here. Well, I had to make the maps for everything else. Well, basically everything. And then I had him like touch up things that he could. Which, you know, for the city, it looks great. And for a couple other places, it looks great as well. Like, the New Meridian Upper looks great. I do like the choice of doors. Now, I used to use cloth doors, though I still want to know if I want to change back to cloth doors. I mean, I kind of do like the cloth doors since, I don't know, I kind of like them, but I do like the new doors that Magma implemented, so I'm probably going to be keeping those as well. Oh man, these guys are tough. No wonder they could fight Misfortune. Alright, am I going to be able to kill? Ah, so close. Now, if you're wondering what skill Soothing Song is, it's actually a healing skill, as Squiggly is the mass healer slash stun of the game, so she's pretty much the support character. She's pretty much the white mage of this game, which is awesome. And Squiggly just leveled up to a level 3. Awesome. Now, as you see, Misfortune's face sprite, yeah, it's not that great. It is not that great. But it is manageable. It's in the game, so I didn't have a consistent urge to change it. I didn't have, an urge to go like, yeah, this is top priority, have to change that. I was more interested in building the game and building the story than having to change these minute details. Though, yes, it is definitely a big problem in the aesthetic department, though, as of right now, it's not too big of a problem. Ha! Cat's out of the bag. Alright. I mean, when you're in debt with somebody, I mean, come on now. Just lay it out on the line. Ouch. Huh. Alright. Just checking something. We had to add some cat things. Now, as of right now, we actually have Tubosaurus Rex, who is making some maps for the game. I've been making some side quest maps that were suggested in the suggestion document. Now, the side quest map that he's making right now is, I believe, it is New Meridian Sewers. So, that should be exciting as a kind of a side quest dungeon. Alright. Almost done here. Now, a lot of these sprites I actually did make myself. I made the Philia sprite, I made the Squealy sprite, and the Misfortune sprite. Now, you should have seen the Misfortune sprite beforehand, before I edited it and made it a lot better. He's kind of looked really, really weird. And it is a buyable palette in the game. If you're wondering what I mean by buyable palette, I'll show you soon. So, Chapter 3, The Forked Path. So, let's see what happens here. Let's get out of here quick. So, basically, Misfortune just got a awesome idea. And that idea is to split up. And, of course, Squiggly would probably be the one that's extremely scared of splitting off. She doesn't really want anybody dying. You know? Especially by the Medici. Alright. Gotta fix that dialogue right there and add in that D. Well, the D is in there, but it's cut off. And that E. Okay, gotta fix a couple of dialogues here. Alright, and that T. Man, basically Misfortune's dialogue right here.
-5 stars.
Nice. Okay, so. Oof. Man. Alright, and this. Enough with the exposition. The exposition, thank goodness Samson actually said it, so we can actually get done this dialogue. Oh, thank you, Zane. Actually, a lot of this dialogue was, I know the story of how everything's going to be going down, but I didn't know the dialogue, so a lot of this dialogue is just me going like, okay, so how can these people get to the story? Now, this is a name pending road. I have no idea what I'm going to be naming this road. What are we going to be doing here? I don't know. Maybe we'll come back there. New Meridian. I told you we were going to get into the city. We just needed to take a little bit of a detour. So, let's go and let's see what we can do. Okay, so we're in New Meridian. Maybe we can try and search for the Skullgirl here, as that's what we're supposed to do. I don't really want to get in a fight with anybody. Oh, hey! It's Eliza! I gotta fix that dialogue as well. There's a lot of dialogue that I still need to fix. Though, I will have to go over, I'm gonna have somebody go over, Act 1 and figure out everything I need to fix, so that I can quickly fix all this. A lot of the dialogue, Magma, is by me. Actually, all the dialogue is actually by me. David Hager helped out with spelling and grammar. Every other thing, every little tiny bit of dialogue, me. 1 minute or two shouldn't jeopardize anything. And I think a lot of you guys are going to be excited for something that's going to be happening around in Act 2. Alright. Just saying, hey, aren't you dead? And just Leviathan coming out and go like, hey, thanks for not freaking out at my dead host. And then Sekhmet comes out and ruins all the fun. Yeah, it's kind of mean like that, kind of ruining all the fun of that whole entire situation. Kind of feels like we're gonna have to battle her. Oof, dead weight, man, what a terrible thing to say. Whew. Man, geez, tensions are rising really high right now. Ooh, ask him where Samson is. That's gonna be nice. Alright, let's see what happens here. Now, we don't actually have art for Albus and Horace yet, which will be added in later, but hey, Eliza's here, which is cool enough. Another thing that we don't actually have art for just yet is Sekhmet, which I will be having to make the sprite art later. Or I'll just contract it from one of our spriters that we have. Now, one of our spriters is actually working on Panzerfaust, which, my goodness, I do not envy that at all. I literally cannot envy working on Panzerfaust. I mean, seriously. Jeez. That guy's a monster. And having to try and fit the tank in? My goodness. Like, how can that even work? I mean, seriously. Alright, Squiggly and Leviathan run away at full speed, huh? Now, I do need to get more faces for Cerebella. That's just a placeholder. Cerebella really isn't important in Act 1, so I don't really put any faces on her right now. Alright. So some dialogue right here, and... oh no, who's that? It's... oh, Painwheel. Now again, Painwheel isn't all important. She doesn't pop up as much in Act 1, so yeah, her face thing isn't as great as Philia's and Squiggly and a couple other characters' face sheets. So, yeah, but man, we used to have a walking pain wheel, but the crawling pain wheel is so much better. I gotta thank North for making the crawling pain wheel sprites, because that is definitely not something that can be hard. And of course, that's supposed to be brain drain. Did not get in a good brain drain phase yet, which will be added in soon. But yes, placeholders are still here. Alright, time to defeat, time to defeat Painwheel. And if you see Painwheel, she's a puppet. Get it? Get the joke? Haha. Don't worry, don't worry. At one point or another, we will be switching that puppet with, the actual Painwheel sprite. No, I do not think it will be switched in this demo. I'm just going to be releasing the demo as is right now. So what we're seeing right now is going to be the demo. So we just won against Painwheel. Painwheel used to be extremely hard, like almost nigh impossible, unless if you had a bunch of beers for Samson. Well, not a bunch, but at least one. And not everybody explores, though I do want to promote exploration in the game, as you saw, like, there's a ton of chests and all that stuff that you can get for exploring. You know, not everybody explores. Not everybody goes around and starts exploring, and the faces on Leviathan will be changed in the demo. That's something that does need to be changed. The reason for those faces being different is because, different from the emotion that, you know, he's supposed to be showing, is because I actually had to redo the Leviathan face sheets, but I named them the same, so adding in a couple more faces, it kind of took place of another face, and let's just say some faces are not supposed to where they are supposed to be and before. Oh, what happened here? Seems like a lot of places just got, you know, kind of messed up here, and hey, you won! Now, Yuan was actually the first, and yes, a placeholder for Yuan, because he's really not too important right now. Now, Yuan was actually the first character that I've made, you know, just from scratch. I don't know why that was hard for me to say. You know, starting from scratch. It was the first character I've ever sprited from scratch. No, no bases, no nothing. It was great, and I think it came out really well. We're having a good discussion here, and yeah, you see, we do have a Cerebella face. You see, she just isn't that important to have it in those other scenes. Though I do think I actually did change it in those other scenes, it's just that I don't think I saved it. Now the Cerebella fight, as we actually have a cat map right here if we needed that. Now the Cerebella is, she's not too hard of an opponent. Though we are going to need to, you know, we're going to need to gain some meter here for maybe a, we're going to need to gain some meter, and we're going to try and go for a snapback, like 2 snapbacks, or at least something that'll help out. But don't worry, Misfortune has more than enough. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Okay, so let's switch that. Okay, getting the snapback, but not getting anything right there. I'm gonna keep going. Cerebella is doing a ton of damage on us right now, which isn't a good idea, but hey, we're still gonna get the kill. As you see, Misfortune doesn't have her quips. I want to think of some good quits before I put in any for her. Cerebella, pretty darn easy. But, you know, not so easy. Now, of course, I'm not going to make you fight Eliza again. I'm not going to make you fight her again and then, you know, eventually lose to her. I don't think that's fair, and I think that's kind of boring. And yes, I need to fix those faces there. All these things used to be where the old Leviathan face sheets are, so that needs to be changed. Yeah, the damage difference, just like the damage difference in the games, and, you know, with Cerebella doing a ton of damage, and Misfortune not doing as much. Huh, okay, we're back here again. Let's save. Now, as you see, the debug option won't be here for you. But there's a bunch of events that needs to be here. So yeah, we have a ton of events in the game. So let's see what we can do. Let's open a couple of these. Okay, we found a lunchbox. Interesting. Let's get through this maze. Ah, dang, I went the wrong way, but hey, we found 50 bones at least. How many bones do we have? 250. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. Yes, it is supposed to disappear, Magma. Because she was defeated. Need to fix that tree. That will be fixed before the demo's out, definitely. Let's try and run away here. I don't think we're going to need to build up any XP here, so let's try and let's equip our hat. So our shower cap's going to be extremely useful right now. In allowing us not to get into anything. Alright, let's run away. Oh no! Whew. Alright. Let's try and get through this huge forest here. Let's go this way. Ah, dang. This forest is hard. I wonder, I mean, is it even worth it going here? Huh. Oh, no face sprites for her. But I wonder who it is. Probably nobody important to the Skullgirls canon or anything like that. I don't know. Oh, hey, is that Beowulf? Because, like, the Beowulf story had a lot of this character in it. Like, more so than Beowulf. I'm pretty sure that's Beowulf right there. Nah, I'm kidding, ladies and gentlemen. It's Annie of the Stars. And you just get Annie of the Stars live. VIP tickets. And she kind of tells us not to tell anybody about this place. Huh. Man, we just got tickets that make Parasol, Peacock, you know, probably pay us billions of dollars for. I mean, not just Annie of the Stars live tickets, but Annie of the Stars live VIP tickets. I mean, seriously, are we gonna do anything here? Oh no, definitely Radiant, definitely. We are gonna be proofreading a lot more. But the thing is, I just wanted to get the dialogue in as of right now, and proofread after the fact. But yes, a lot of this will be proofread later on. Though with finals coming up, it will be a little bit different. Now with finals coming up, it's gonna be tough. You know, getting all that stuff done. But I will try. Oh no, playtesters, definitely. That's why I try and release the demos out to the public so then they can playtest it as well and tell me anything that they find that is wrong or anything like that. Alright, so Leviathan said that it's gonna be north of we gotta search, so let's try north. We haven't been up there yet. I wonder what's over here. Huh. Anybody get that reference? No. I'm guessing not too many people get that reference, but let's go inside here. Maybe there's something in here. Oh, hey, it's Madman's Cafe. Cool. Yeah, and of course, there isn't too many stuff in here. It's actually pretty darn old. My tie, you just made me spill burger juice on it. You shall regret that. The man ran off sobbing heavily, you know, just heavily. Oh my goodness. Whew. Just sobbing heavily. I mean, jeez. Alright. I have an idea what we should do. Let's see, if I'm going to search, I'm gonna have to look fashionable. There's only one place to go if we're gonna have to look fashionable for these things. Hopefully we get there. Let's see, this is, oh, yeah, this is Eliza's palace. That's Bastiat's den down there. don't need to go in there yet. We need to search for the Skullgirl. That's our top priority. Let's go inside here. The pallet shop. We have many different styles and fashions for everybody. Let's buy some nightmare dress and school clothes. Okay, let's try and use these items. I go to items and I go to key items. Nightmare dress, school clothes, regular schoolgirls clothes for Philia. A dress that will give you nightmares about ever losing it for Philia. Huh, I wonder what happens if we use it. Oh, check it out. The Nightmare palette for Philia. And I'm sure a lot of people know what this Nightmare palette's supposed to be, and yes, it actually does work in the matches. And yes, it's supposed to be Fuqua. So yes, technically, I guess, if you really want to go technical, Fuqua is technically played in the game. So yeah, you can play as Fuqua in the game right now. And yes, there will be more buyable palettes in the demo that will be released. And I mean a lot more than what you're seeing right now, than what you just saw. Ah, there's a little tiny thing over there. I don't think we need it. Okay, we're up to a church. Now, we don't have Valentine face bites, so we have not added anything there. Alright, let's go against Valentine and Painwheel. Alright, let's try and take out... Okay, she's doing 13. Valentine's the fastest. Let's try and take out Valentine first. So I'll tell Fuqua to do that, and I'll try and stun Painwheel as well. Nice, we get the stun. We get 2 stuns here, but Valentine gets out of her stun really fast. So let's beat up on Valentine while Painwheel's still in stun. Son of a gun, dodging it. What a jerk. Oof. Alright, we're almost there. All we need to do is just beat up Valentine just a tad bit more. So we'll snap back her one more time. She's definitely doing a lot of damage on this Philia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap back again, but I'm also going to tell Squiggly to do a soothing song. Gotta use that soothing song quick. Gotta know how to use your skills, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to win. Alright, Ringlet Spike in another soothing song. Oof, almost coming close to death. So definitely, you gotta learn how to play the game, ladies and gentlemen. Nice! Okay, we just won. And now we're going to be going into the church. After the church, the Act 2 starts. Now, of course, we don't have we don't actually have a full Act 2, and again, I need to fix that dialogue. There's a lot of dialogue I need to fix with cutoffs, but again, it wasn't the top priority at the time. Though now I could definitely feel it becoming a more and more of a priority. Alright, let's switch. Let's switch our items to, let's go back to school clothes. Oh, definitely, the opposing sprites should be adjusted in proportion to the characters. I know that, Radiant, but the thing is, it's kind of in the... The thing is, Radiant, is that it's still in the style of the old Super Nintendo RPGs, where they were bigger than the characters. They were kind of the same size, so it's in the style of it, which is something that I wanted to go for. Is the style. Alright, and we're gonna be fighting Eliza again, but this time we're gonna have 2 people. Hopefully that makes a difference. Alright, time to beat the crap out of Eliza and her gang. Holy moly, that did a lot of damage, and I don't have any skull power. yeah, this doesn't seem like a good, this doesn't really seem like a good idea for me right now, as Philly is definitely taking a, I could lose, but, I don't wanna embarrass myself and by losing in my own game. Come on, you might be just done. Oh, okay, maybe you can stop hurting Philia. Come on. Oh, son of a... Oh, jeez. I need to add in the sound effect right there. Cut off the music. Yeah, that's something that also needs to change right there is a little bit of a glitch right there with the attack. So let me see if Squiggly does die. I might, that's something that does need to change right there is a little bit of a glitch that, it does pop up, but it only pops up like, only once in a blue moon, which does need to be fixed. So I do need to get in there and fix that glitch. But yeah, this thing only pops up once in a blue moon. But the problem with this glitch is, it's a very strange problem. So I'll try and see what I can do before that thing comes out. Now, if we want to know where it actually continues off of, because we did get that once in a blue moon glitch, which is a shame. It's a shame. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know where it actually continues, this is where it continues off of. I think it'll be really darn cool to see where it actually goes. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be able to see this. But yeah, that once in a blue moon glitch is definitely something I'm going to try and fix before I release the demo.
Super Skullgirls.
Now, here is the place. Now, of course, this would actually be, this would all be faded out in the cutscene, so you wouldn't actually be able to see this while this is happening, but I kind of like it right now. As you kind of do get to see, Squiggly kind of be trapped in the coffin. Now, of course, Squiggly would be on your team at this point, and we're unlocking more and more achievements. Now, Squiggly is on your team at this point, which is something that, you know, just because we need to add in a whole nother thing, it's kind of a problem here, but hey, don't worry, I can see my place through this. Okay, now, as you see, there's actually, oh, Miss Fortune's head. So we actually have a headless Fortune over in that corner over there. So right now we actually have a headless Fortune, and I need to sprite the Squiggly. I need to actually sprite the Squiggly, not the Squiggly, but the Philia, like bonded, like sprite. That's something that I need to do. So yeah, now we got our team here, so that's awesome. And let's go over to debug just to make sure that everything is set. Alright, Eliza Jail. Let's just go for Act 2 is on as well. Okay, just wanted to make sure all these things that do happen in the game is set since we kind of skipped. Now, this is actually kind of a dark area because it's a backdoor. But hey, let's feel our way around here and... Oh, whoa! Now, it is going to be much darker at this point. It's going to be, the time of night is going to be looking at nighttime. So, don't worry, this is just a little bit of a glitch. Well, not a glitch, but I have not ended the nighttime feel. Now, I'm going to stop talking here, because here's the most exciting thing, is we actually have...
Even though humanity has made some advantages, a strong leader is always needed.
Voice acting in our cutscenes.
Only I am qualified to rule over all. Exterminating the Medici from the world will be the perfect showcase of my power.
I can't let you do that, Crimson Scourge.
And references.
What? What is this? I thought I destroyed you and the heart!
Yes, you could have.
Now, of course, if you want to skip through these lines, you can actually just skip it like that.
Of our
Yes, I would assume your last words are in order.
So of course you don't need to, you don't actually need to watch these things. You can just completely skip it.
Last time
Yes, I know, Radiant. But again, I needed to get through it as fast. I didn't need to get through it as fast as possible, but I did want to get all this dialogue out of my brain as fast as possible. So spelling checking is definitely something that I really love.
Now me and the heart are in full agreement that you must be stopped. Playtime is over, Crimson Scourge.
Another reference to, well, not another. I think that's the first reference to Magneto. Playtime is over.
That speech was great. Very dramatic. Now then, you don't fear me, do you? Well, it's okay. You and the entire world soon will. Now please, make this entertaining this time.
Alright, so we're going to start taking some shelter here and formulate our plan of attack. How are we going to get out of here? Oh, what are we going to do? We left the Skullgirl unattended. So, man, we need to find a way to hide. Oh, Miss Fortune's coming up with some good ideas, but I do want you guys to play this. I know, it's definitely a scary laugh. At least it's not this kind of laugh. Or like a freaking tickle me Elmer. Something dumb like that. Let's hide inside the dumpster. Getting your stockings wet. Oh my gosh, you came at the perfect time. Getting your stockings wet. Hiding inside a dumpster. Oh, what kind of things are getting your stockings wet inside of a dumpster? Oh geez, that's gross. And yeah, you hide inside of a dumpster. And this will be a cutscene with fully voice acted stuff. So, and an actual custom made art for hiding inside of a dumpster. Now, which laugh, Zane? The Eliza one or the Tickle Me Elmo kind of one? Okay. Okay, I need to fix that dialogue as well. Heave-ho! Ah, and that one. Son of a gun. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a surprise, Sonic Shadow of Silver. I wanted to surprise a couple people. Dang, this cutting off of dialogue is killing me right now. It's definitely hurting my heart right now. Alright. She hears somebody. Might be a Medici or one of Eliza's goons. Strange, it's coming from the wall. And that's where the... And this... Ah, man, I was gonna say... And that's where the demo is over. And if you saw on the top, it actually hints out where you're going to be. So yeah, that is the demo. Now, yes, I feel like it is a little bit of a shame that you guys didn't get to see Lab 8 yet. Okay, I'll let you guys see what Lab 8 looks like. I'll let you see what the non-destroyed Lab 8 looks like. I'll save the destroyed one for a little bit of a surprise. And then I will show you a couple Easter eggs. I'll try and show you one that actually, oh wait, there is one thing I do need to do. I need to put in our new actor. I'll put in this actor right now, just so that we can explore with this character.
Super Skullgirls RPG.
Alright. So let's explore with this character. And yes, this is Lab 8, and I'm going to have to put in some new stuff. And at this point, I haven't taken out the script that this was supposed to be Lab 8 when it was being attacked. So that's why it was flashing and shaking a bunch. But this is Lab 8. Lab 8 used to look not as good as this. It used to look pretty darn bad. But, man, grinding on some rails, huh? Now, Lab 8 here looks a lot better, in my opinion. And, yes, Stanley's actually here as well. So, yeah, Stanley is in the game. But, yeah, that is Lab 8 at this point. Now, if we're looking for some of the secrets in Lab 8 that you'll never be able to get, in this game because, hey, you can't access Lab 8, well, I guess it's the perfect time to show off some of the Easter eggs that you can see in this game. Actually, I want to show off with our best. I want to put our best foot forward instead of our Lab 8 one, which I might keep a secret for a while. Let's show off the best Easter egg that you can get in this game. It's a very cool one, and yes, there are multiple Easter eggs. Now, a disclaimer is do not get these Easter eggs before, if you're planning on completing the game. Let me just say that. Do not get the Easter eggs if you're planning on completing the game. And another thing is, if, when you are Squiggly and Philia, before you go hunting for the, Skullgirl, you can go back to towns and you'll be able to find some cool little hidden fights and stuff like that, and other cool things that you could actually find. Now here, if we go right here and we stand at this location right here perfectly behind this middle tree and we press enter, well, not our enter, but our action key, which is space, we start up the first Easter egg that this game has ever had. And yes, it is the best Easter egg that this game ever had. Here we go. And yes, at one point this Easter egg will be fully voice acted. So I want you to imagine what it would sound like. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Pick it up and read it. Adam Kapowski, the manliest and hottest hero, by Umbrella. As you can see, it's kind of drawn in crayon, and it seems like she just cut out something from a magazine and posted it on the body. Skullgirl's Lair. The final chapter, the battle for love. We join our manly hero, Adam Kapowski, as he wanders the Skullgirl's lair.
Now, Adam Kapowski, how did you find me?
Well, I mean, I was kind of looking for the bathroom. I left my keys in there. Adam Kapowski is dark and edgy.
Don't lie to me, hero. I know that your secret affection for Parasol and your bestie Umbrella led to you hunting me down.
If you can't get that this is supposed to be a joke, yes, this is all supposed to be a joke. Alright, if you say so.
Do not mock me, Kapowski. Once I'm done with you, next is the world. Then I will make sure that your bestie Umbrella does not have ice cream.
And spelling errors in this is perfect.
Adam, help me.
It's time to choose, hero. Her life or yours.
You've gone too far this time, Skullgirl. You can mess with me, but no one messes with my bestie. Skullgirl, look out, his true power has been unleashed. His love for his mutual bestie has unlocked his hidden potential. Ooh-ah. It is supposed to be as dumb as possible, which makes these things amazing. Come at
me, Adam Kapowski, my greatest foe. Let us end this rivalry.
Adam Kapowski, the manliest and hottest hero.
Whoa, Adam, calm the hell down.
Not until I hold your black card in my hands. Now, of course, Adam Kapowski only has one move. Take off shirt. Hits all foes and is an instant kill. Now, Umbrella and I can get ice cream. I hope I can find stuff for my bestie Umbrella. Now that is over, I can hang out with my best bestie in the whole world, Umbrella. Thank you, Adam Senpai. Let's go have some ice cream. Hell yeah! Thus ends the amazing story of Adam Kapowski. For now. Written by Umbrella. Author's note. Please, if you find this, don't show it. some reason, Adam joined your party. For some reason, Umbrella wanted me to look for a piece of paper she lost. I was given strict orders not to read it. Looks like I gotta protect you. Just by the way that you're smirking, you're not gonna give it to me right now. And that is Adam Kapowski. You can actually unlock him as a secret character. And yes, he is fully maxed out in every single freaking way. And yes, there are other fan fiction Easter eggs that you can find. But trust me, only use them after. If you don't care about going through the story. Only use them if you don't care about going through the story, as it will break the game in more ways than one. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. If you want a link to the thread of Super Skullgirls RPG, tell me, and I'll send it over. If you feel like helping, tell me, and I will definitely talk to you about helping. See you guys later. Peace.